adding a checklist. A checklist is a great way to start. So a checklist basically has got key points and steps of your instructional content that are created and laid out in a step-by-step fashion. So basically what you can do is take the course outline of your program or your book and then turn it into a checklist, right? So step by step so that people can follow through. And then another thing that you can do is if you have a strategy, a method that you teach, maybe break it down step by step so that people can actually take it and view it, right? So, and you can even take big, large content that is intimidating to read and divide it into a step by step in a checklist fashion. And then once you have that content, you can just give it to your customers and you can use that checklist as a framework to come up with more printables.
Yeah, I like doing the checklist first because it's useful to your customer, but it's also useful to you as the creator because now you can make all kinds of other printables from it because you also have this little step-by-step thing.
So again, checklists are you make that to-do list is sort of for them to fill in, whether you want to include those or not, that's up to you. But I would recommend the tips is to make it chronological to your lessons. So if you're going to modify the checklist, divide it into the different sections of your the different sections of what you taught, depending on the specific goal of what you're teaching them, or consider making them different documents if there are many steps in each section. That's totally up to you. But make your checklist at a glance, as much at a glance as possible. Your training gave them all the details. The checklist is sort of a reference. If you want to create a user guide, that might be something separate that would be more detailed. And make sure you're breaking up larger tasks into smaller steps and then giving them all as many details as you possibly can to make it super simple at a glance. One practice that I find works well, and it might work for you, is to create your checklist after you've prepared your presentation. Because you might know what you think you're going to cover, but then you might not cover it. So you want it to match what you've done. And then when you go and do your checklist after that, you might realize you forgot something in your slides. So you'll be able to add the items then. And then through the checklist, after you deliver your presentation, you might go back because you might say more things that you want to add.